Hello and welcome to Check It Out with EVPL,
a podcast from your local library. I'm your host, Ryan.
I'm your host, Aaron.
And today we are joined by two excellent co-hosts.
Hi.
That's Christina.
And I'm Ellen.
All right, and welcome to Dungeons & Dragons. Yes, the thing we've been doing for an episode array, part 2.
So when we last left off, everyone was level 1. You had successfully completed a quest to get another quest.
I hit that spider real hard.
And I helped.
And we applaud you for it.
We retrieved the box.
In the meantime, I did have you all level up to level 3 just so we can have some more spells and some more fun things to play around with.
I thought it was because I did so good.
That too.
Oh, okay. I mean, I had a lot of fun leveling up, actually. It's a fun experience, like growing your character a little bit. Plus, there's like a ton of choices.
Yeah, so you got some new spells. I think all 3 of you did.
Mm-hmm.
I'm super excited. I can now send my squirrel minions on errands around the world, which will totally come into play with this next quest, I'm sure.
And as druids, our 2 boys here also have wild shape now, so you can turn into different animals.
Right, and it's an animal we've seen, correct? So it can't just, say giraffe, and we've never seen a giraffe before. So
yes, it has to be an animal your character has seen, and it can only be a certain level.
Right.
And not something we just imagined up.
This is correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will say, though, there are Dungeons & Dragons books that have dinosaurs in them, so that is a thing that you can do in certain games. Christina, as a sorcerer, did you get any fun new skills?
Yeah, I picked some that will allow me to do damage to people. So I'm really hoping we get in a fight so I get to use them. Otherwise, there's no point.
Oh, she's looking for a fight.
Don't worry, we do have fights planned.
Yeah,
we'll spoil that.
We're over here oh, what's the funniest thing we could go with? Well, Christina's like, how can I crush my enemies further?
It's kind of the dynamic we need, though, because I'm completely worthless. I have a shovel. That's the only thing I know how to do.
You have squirrels now, too.
Yeah, but they can send messages that can't let them swarm my enemies.
So we last left you in the tavern, the Tricky Goose, handing over your chest and receiving a new quest, the bullywug overpopulation. Was there anything you guys wanted to do before heading out to take this on?
We need to learn what a bullywug is.
Is there a library we can do some research at?
I have so many books. It's got to be in one of my books,
He
right?
says after intentionally skipping the mission that involved a library. Now you want to go? Okay.
Oh, it's talking about.
Yes, you can definitely find a book that has information about bullywugs for you guys as players, because your characters definitely as nature-learned people would know. They are humanoid frogmen. They are not that bright, and they're good at fighting.
You found your kin.
Yeah, I kind of identify with them, so I am weary of what's about to happen.
You can't identify with them. We have to fight them.
Maybe not.
I'll let you go first. You can talk to them.
Okay.
They also very frequently are found in swamps and marshy areas, which is where you're headed. We're going to skip the travel.
Teleport.
Did we sleep at the inn? Are we all rested and ready to go with our spells and such?
Yeah. Christina, now that you know these 2 silly boys a little better, do you pay for a room for them?
Yes.
Okay, that's very good.
I decline.
I mean, is it the same room that you're sleeping in?
No, I get you your own room because I'm not dealing with you overnight. But I also don't want to have to look out my window and see you in the hole again.
You're not getting them out of that hole. So I grabbed some spider webs before we left, and I am going to spend the night crafting a sweet sleeping bag for Blinksy. It's going to be, I'm taking your burlap sack and I'm putting it inside a spider web, so it's sticky on the outside, so I can just stick you to places. You can sleep wherever you want.
I'm just staring at you with the biggest eyes, just imagining the warmth and comfort that's going to come from your...
It's not done yet, though, so you got to sleep on the ground tonight, because I got your sack.
It's how it goes.
Okay.
How does he get out of the sack in the morning?
Well, the inside isn't sticky.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can climb it.
But then, I do need help getting down.
You got jump. Every morning, just cast one of your spell slots to get out.
I will say...
I like to handicap myself in a battle, so yes, I'll waste a spell
every
morning.
There are spider threads that are not sticky, so you intentionally chose the sticky ones?
Oh, the stickiest. It's going to be so gross after 3 uses. There's going to be so much stuff stuck to it.
I'm going to love every single, inch of that creation. I imagine you will probably be disgusted by further developments between our romance.
Would you like a sack as well?
I am good.
Okay.
Thank you.
I do really want to know what happens. You wake up in the morning, you're getting ready to go out on this adventure, and you hand the gnome a sticky sack.
Hey, Blinksy, I made a sack for you. Why do I sound like Don Knotts? Apparently, I've forgotten what my character sounds like, so we're just going to roll with it.
Oh, I forgot my voice too. Oh, that's so, wow, thank you so much. Like, I've been watching you make this, and yeah, for about 5 hours, I was really worried for my safety. But yeah, no, it turned out really well. I mean, it's the least you can do after stealing my sleeping bag that one night.
Well, it was a very, very good sack. I love it, but it's yours, so I'm giving it back to you, and I made it even better. That's my policy.
Well, thank you for giving back the thing you stole in the first place.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that.
All right, then.
Okay. So you guys take off for the swamp. You get to a small town at the edge of the swamp. It's run by a plucky group of inventors and other creative types who have claimed this plot because it's all they could afford, and frankly, no one else wanted it anyway. They have the odd notion that they can make this small town the happiest place on Earth. Peppy music seems to play from everywhere, and everyone you see has a smile. Buildings are painted in bright colors, and it's almost enough to make you forget about the squelching mud and oppressive humidity. It is here that you meet the man who sent out the call for help, Oswald, the mayor of Orlando.
Hi, Oswald. How you doing today?
Oswald is a tall man who has kind of like a twitchy nose. Are you here to help with the bullywugs?
Yep, that's us.
Oh, great. They have been taking over everything. We have all these plans, and they keep stealing our materials. It is not something that bullywugs usually do. They're not usually this organized.
So, how long has this been going on?
We've always had some issues with them since we settled this area, but in the past month or so, they've grown in number and they've acted with far more malice than usual.
Oh, I get super excited. I'm like, guys, I think we have a cult.
A bullywug cult. How do we deal with that?
Well, you don't deal with it. You just kind of work with it. You learn from it.
So you're saying we join them?
We'll see.
Oswald kind of twitches his nose, and he's like, I'd rather you not join them. I'd rather you get rid of them.
Well, we'll observe first, and then we'll decide what to do.
Well, you're the only help that's come through, so I guess I'll take it. You will be paid handsomely if you do get rid of them. I'll say that. And I can offer you all access passes to our community and everything we have to offer here.
How much is handsomely? Like, I'm not used to that unit of money.
We are willing to pay 120 gold for you guys to deal with this. It has been such an issue. They've been stealing so much material, and it's hard to get this stuff here.
Wow, you had that specific number ready to go. I mean, you could have just said that in the first place.
He kind of crinkles his little nose.
I like
looks at you.
I like you. I like what you've done here. I have some questions for you later after we're done. Like,
well,
how you get people to follow you. And without question, really intrigued by this.
We can talk about that later. It's all about building a good community.
Yeah.
And a
community.
A good work environment.
Yeah.
So where can we find these bullywugs?
Oswald kind of points off to the east of town. It is a huge swamp, but the area that he indicates is pretty close by. It seems to be about a mile in. We can't find them to the north or the south. It's really just straight east.
Well, I'm a little famished. You got anything to eat around here?
Yes, of course. You've been traveling to get here. We can supply you a meal. Is there anything else you require?
Can we request a certain meal?
Yes, you can. What would you like? We have excellent cooks here.
Pancakes.
Absolutely.
Pancakes for all.
So you guys have a lovely pancake breakfast.
Excellent choice.
The pancakes are very oddly shaped, I'll say that. Like, you've never seen pancakes like this before.
Oddly shaped.
Oddly shaped.
They're
delicious.
Delicious.
And nobody gets poisoned.
No one gets poisoned.
Okay.
Wait.
I appreciate that you ask that after you have eaten.
Let's do this. Because I'm suspicious. I'm like, I know how sometimes cults can be. So I'm like, I'm going to cast Detect Poison and Disease in the pancakes before we actually eat.
Okay. Is that a spell you have or a cantrip? Or...
As a spell.
Okay. You do have to mark off that spell slot then.
Right.
The pancakes are not poisoned.
Okay, good.
Thank you for checking.
You're welcome.
Do we feed any pancakes to a mule?
Is the mule even here?
Yeah, the mule's here.
Yeah.
Why don't you
Who do you think I've been
why don't
talking
you ask
to?
the mule?
Okay.
Does the mule want pancakes?
All right. I cast Speak with Animals, and I talk to the mule. What is your mule's name?
Doesn't have a name.
You haven't named your mule?
No.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh, what's the mule's name?
Guys, you should talk to the mule. What is the mule's name?
She prefers to be called Betty? Bertrude? She goes by Bertrude.
So
Betty Bertrude
Okay.
is the mule's name, she told me. And she would love some pancakes, and also stop putting so much stuff on her back.
Okay, she can have some pancakes.
Also, she hates you.
I gave her pancakes.
That was only half of her request. Okay.
They do supply you with some rooms where you can store your materials while you go, since I assume you don't want to bring all of your books directly into a swamp.
I would prefer not to, yes.
Okay, yeah. So how do you guys want to tackle this? Do you want to go in ready to fight? Do you want to kind of like look around and explore?
I would prefer not to commit genocide.
I'm okay with that. Blinksy
You're okay
said,
with genocide?
if it comes to that, no.
I want to study them and their ways.
Yes, I am totally here.
I will say, you guys would know, bullywugs are like a pest, kind of, so this wouldn't be a genocide, it would be like killing a mouse infestation, kind of.
They have clues.
They're also a community.
Small,
I
yeah.
mean, they're pretty
Small and big.
smart.
Maybe that's what I've read in books, but I'm here to... I want to make sure that that's true
Okay,
before
fair.
we just go in swinging.
You really want us just to annihilate these things.
I'm just letting you know that this is the case, like...
Alright, so we know they're direct east, but do we have like a direct location of them? Or like do we have to like kind of, are they hidden?
We have sent some scouting parties out. They seem to be centered somewhere, but it's cloaked somehow and we can't find it during the day.
Woodsby raises his hands up in success. I will use locate animals or plants.
Like right now in the middle of town?
No.
I mean, it does say 5 miles.
In 5 miles,
Yeah.
it's a 5 mile radius.
Wait,
Like,
is
they
it the
are within
closest
5
though?
miles.
Is it the closest animal within 5 miles? Because you're probably just gonna get the donkey.
Oh, crap.
I think you
Can I not like specifically?
Yeah,
look
you
for-
can specify.
Oh, okay, specify. Okay, I was gonna say the mule just kind of lights up. I'm like, oh well, he's still here.
Okay, yeah. Describe and name a specific kind of beast or plant.
Okay.
Concentrating on the.
So I want to find the specific location of the bullywugs.
The what?
The bullywugs.
Okay.
Wugs.
You detect like an absolute swarm of them about a mile or so into the swamp. You have never seen this many before. I'll say that because they're pretty common, and usually they travel in like small little tribes. But this is just an absolutely insane amount.
It's like a mega colony. I did my part.
Oswald will also add, usually they sneak into town at night and either evade or just beat our guards senseless before making off with whatever materials they can find.
So what I'm hearing is we don't have to go sloshing through the swamp. We could just sit here and wait for nightfall.
Their full numbers don't show up in town.
Are you hatching a plan, boss?
We could like capture one.
Ooh,
That's-
yeah, that sounds good. That way we don't have to murder them all.
Ask him nicely while he's bound and gagged. Like, what's your deal?
My entire thought process is just, do you have galoshes? Like, we're going into a swamp. Okay, thank you.
Yes, we can supply you with some heavy-duty boots.
Do
Thank
you
you.
have galoshes that fit a mule? Bertrude would like to know.
I've been like swimming in the pond this whole time, just enjoying the rain smell.
Just got a little straw right above R2D2 style. I think it sounds like a good idea to sit and wait for them
And capture one.
and capture one, and then we ask them nicely, what's going on here?
So you guys do that? You set up some sort of trap, or is it just you're gonna...
Whatever materials they've been stealing, we get some of those and put them in a very obvious place.
They are stealing lots of metal and wood and really anything you would use to make any sort of building.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and rest and wait for the bullywugs.
As you guys are like setting up your plans or whatever, a handful of people throughout the day come up to you and they're like, is there anything we can do to make your day more special?
That's a weird question to ask.
They offer you snacks, drinks, they're very accommodating here.
I would like both, please.
Okay.
Are these snacks and drinks also oddly shaped?
Yes.
Can you describe the shape?
Why are you so suspicious? It's free snacks.
She had to focus on the oddly shaped adjectives. So.
Also, he's super suspicious naturally, and he's my best friend, so he's kind of rubbing off on me.
Okay.
A lot of the snacks you notice are like perfectly round, but then have other like round protrusions off of them. It's very weird.
And no one recognizes this shape?
No.
All right.
So
they're all
yes.
very tasty though.
I already wasted a spell testing it, so I guess
All right.
if they poison us now,
Yeah.
it's all me.
All right. So we get the trap ready, and do we want to use a sticky sack for an ambush?
Yes.
Yes. We're using the sticky sack.
Although, like, he with trepidation, he hands it over. Like,
I was going to stick it on the tree so you could
this
jump
to me
out
as
of
a-
it like, surprise.
Give this to me as a gift.
No, I'm asking you if you want to use it. I mean, I got to put it somewhere and put you in like a baby carrier.
You're like,
I thought you were going to use it to stick a bullywug.
Oh, that's...
yeah, I thought, was that not what we were
no, I
discussing?
was just going to stick you to a tree so you could jump out like, surprise.
Oh.
I'm not a very smart
Which of
person.
these plans would you like to go with?
I'm going to let that decision be to someone smarter than me.
I'm not crazy about heights. I look down at the bag, very depressed look on my face, close my eyes, and I hand it over. It's
Okay.
like, please take it before I change my mind.
All right. I take the sack and...
Are we just like triangulating around a pile of stuff with a sticky sack?
Yes.
Yes.
That is currently...
Yeah.
Great plan.
I
guys.
mean, do you have suggestions?
I really wanted to see you jump out of the sack. Like,
All right, but you gotta explain to me like a character, like this.
there is no reason. No, this is better.
Christina, are you okay?
Yes, I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm over here with a plate of snacks, okay?
What kind of snacks do you have?
Manhandle me and like just throw me before I know anything, put me in the sack, and stick me to the wall. Like what can I do?
That's not very nice,
That's not
though,
very
and
nice, I
we're
guess
friends. So I
We
think
are.
we're just gonna. I think I'm gonna try and.
Brothers wrestle.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and wrestle a bullywug and get him in a sack.
Okay.
That sounds like a good idea. Okay, but that's my plan, guys.
See, I'm approaching the plate of snacks as perks of being an adventurer.
Mm-hmm.
That they just provide free stuff for us. And there are no ill intentions or possible bad things happening.
Okay.
I munch into a pine cone I found on the ground.
You found any more of those?
Oh yeah, like a whole bunch of here.
Sweet. Okay, we're munching pumpkins.
Sharing the wealth.
Literally a whole plate of food right here.
Have you ever had a pine cone before?
I'm okay.
All right.
I bite into it, and you hear the loudest crunch just echo out throughout the village.
But it's not nighttime yet, so we don't have to be quiet. Okay.
Yes, exactly.
All right.
Christina, what kind of snacks are you having?
Basically miniature pancakes
Yes.
and
Delicious.
and berries.
And berries, definitely they can do that. They offer you ice cream as well to go with your mini
This
pancakes.
is like the best day ever. Sorry, I'm not being a whole lot of help.
It's all right. We got this.
Yeah, we'll eat
Yeah,
all the
they're
pine cones.
setting up a sticky sack. You're enjoying a nice ice cream sundae with pancakes.
And I have spells ready if needed, if the sack doesn't work.
As night falls, you guys are standing watch, probably hidden somewhere close by, and you do hear the very loud kind of croaking of frogs, and you do see a bullywog approach your trap. Is there anything you want to do to prepare for this as spellcasters? Or are you really looking to see what happens with the sticky sack first?
I'm super observant of what he's doing.
Okay.
What's he doing with that wood?
He's kind of like looking around. He has a couple friends with him and peer around the area and don't seem to see anyone.
Are they clustered together?
Yeah, they make like a mad dash up to the materials and grab them. One of them does grab the sticky part. However, a bunch of them have grabbed the whole stack, and so they're just kind of running off with it.
Okay. I say we spring into action. Did you ready entangle?
Yeah, I got entangled. So I will go ahead.
They don't know you're there.
Okay,
so you do get around before we go into initiative. So if there's
Okay.
anything you want to do.
Okay, so I am going to cast entangle.
Okay. Which we have to make some sort of save against that. They do not make it, so you have like a group of 4 bullywugs just stuck
All right.
in these vines carrying this pile of stuff. They kind of cry out, but it seems like they are the only ones here. There's no one else close enough to hear them.
Do we know what language they speak?
They speak bullywug language.
Okay. I cast Speak with Animals.
Okay. You hear them, like, crying out for help. They are calling out for their friends. They know that others are around somewhere, but it doesn't seem to be doing much of anything right now.
Okay, that was my turn.
I can't talk to animals.
Yeah, you guys aren't in initiative because they're stuck.
Yeah, but I mean, we just, didn't we?
So yeah, but the problem is right now they're making a lot of noise. So is there a way to...
Shush them?
Yes, non-lethal.
I'm not doing any damage to them. Everything I have is damaging, okay?
If you want to, like, knock them out, you can do, like, non-lethal damage. Just tell me you want to do, like, not kill them.
Okay, I'm gonna try and bash some over the head with a shovel.
Okay, go ahead and...
Non-lethally.
Brain
Go ahead and
damage.
roll your attack.
Okay, D8. I got a 3 plus 2.
You do not hit a bullywug. You hit a piece of metal they were carrying, and it kind of twangs very loudly.
Uh-oh. And he was stuck in roots, too, so that's even more embarrassing. This is not a very good shovel.
Literally not moving.
It happens, Blanksy. What are you going to do?
Well, at least you didn't hate yourself this time. I mean,
It is an
it's
improvement.
progress.
Can I go run and grab like a blanket or something and throw over them?
Yes.
Yes. Do I have to do anything? Can I just
Um,
say this is what I've done?
did you bring a blanket out with you?
Yes, it was cold
Okay, perfect.
in the swamp.
Sure.
So
You
I
know,
just,
it's nighttime.
so I just threw a blanket over them and they're muffled.
Yes. Okay, so their croaking is still going on, but you have muffled it a little bit, and they're kind of... One of them is stuck in the weeds and stuck to the thing they're carrying. The others are just stuck in the weeds, and now they're kind of struggling under a blanket.
I asked them why they're here.
We need supplies
For what?
for our mistress.
Who is this mistress?
She lives in the swamp.
So you're saying you have a certain leader that you all follow without
Yes.
question?
What happens if you don't bring anything back?
Oh, she will be mad.
What happens if she's mad?
They start croaking in kind of a very alarmed way. Tim, you just hear them go, "We're soup! We're soup!"
Oh, okay. I don't know what that means, but something about soup.
Ask them where she came from.
Where did your mistress come from?
She appeared.
That's mysterious.
Ask them why. What is she using the materials?
She is building a mansion.
In the swamp.
Yes, it is her home.
So if this mistress wasn't around anymore, you would stop stealing stuff?
Oh, we would follow mistress. She keeps us safe.
Could you lead us to your mistress? We'd love to meet her.
No. No, only bullywugs.
What if we take your mistress and replace her with a better one?
They
Would you like a better mistress?
They kind of laugh, but I mean, they're frogs, so it's just like weird croaking. And they go, "You will be soup."
All right, guys, I don't think we're getting much more out of them.
You start to hear more croaking from the swamp.
That's not good. Should we let these ones go or should we like lock them up somewhere?
We have them in a blanket, so we can we can probably just lock them up somewhere, right?
We will ask them if we let them go. Will they just leave us alone and run back, or
We're gonna be nice to you, but you tell your friends that if you guys come back, you're gonna have trouble.
I want the 3 of you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
I got a 1.
okay? So I got 11 plus 4.
I got 5 plus 0.
The bullywugs that you have under the blanket, they're still kind of muffled. They're like, "Oh yes, we will not tell." Morlis and Tim, you believe them wholeheartedly. Whereas Blinksy, you do not believe them for 1 second.
Guys, I don't think they're telling the truth.
The croaking from the swamp is getting louder.
Are you prepared for battle? Because this is now turning into like a hostage situation.
We can hold them hostage. Let's do that. Let's do that, Morris.
Okay. It's all good.
So we're in agreement. We're just gonna stand our ground while like hundreds of these guys fall upon this village.
Oh no, we need to move. Like this is a really bad tactical situation here. We're like in the middle of town.
I take the sack of materials at Bullywugs in a sticky sack, and I sling it over my back. Where are we going?
Can you roll sleight of hand to see how quickly you do this? Because that's quite a lot of things to do.
Okay. I got a 7.
2 options. You can do this, and there will be more bullywugs upon you, or you can leave them and run.
Can my friends help me put them in a bag?
Yeah.
Okay, then I also need you guys to roll sleight of hand as well.
What's the 7 plus 2?
13 plus.
Bullywugs from the swamp are on you.
Oh, no.
Please roll initiative.
I got 12.
12.
13.
Wait.
Yeah, 14.
Okay, 14.
Okay, this horde of bullywugs is going to try and grapple the 3 of you. So you guys can roll a strength saving throw.
8.
11.
18.
Dice
None
roll.
of you beat the natural 20 that I just rolled.
Oh,
Oh, they're the
no.
strongest bullywugs ever.
No points.
You guys are carried off to the swamp and tied to some trees.
It's all going according to plan.
They put some hoods over your heads. You're out of initiative. What do you do?
Am I gagged and I can't use my hands?
You can't use your hands. You can talk, but you can't see anything because there's just like a sack over your head.
Guys, are you there still?
Unfortunately.
What are my requirements for turning into an animal?
You're level 3, so it has to be a level 1 challenge rating.
I mean, do I need the use of my hands or anything? Can I turn into an animal while I'm tied to a tree?
Yeah, that's fine.
Sweet. Something small but quick to get around.
A squirrel?
In a swamp? Oh, okay, yeah. I'll turn into a squirrel and I want to scamper up the tree.
You do that, you get out of the vines that they tied you up with. That seems to be the most abundant thing.
Sweet. I'm going to go ahead and scamper away for now, but I'm nearby.
Did you just walk away and leave us?
Squeak, squeak, squeaker, squeak.
Like, okay. Bro, can you, like, untie us with your teeth? Like, just chop through it?
I'm waiting to make sure no one else is... Well, you guys can't know that.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm scampering away, surveying the area. I'll be back.
You do have a guard. As you do this, he's not facing you, so he hasn't noticed yet that you are missing.
Oh, then I totally chew on their little... I chew on their things to get them free.
Never make that sound again.
Okay. Can the 2 of you who are still human-shaped make a stealth check as you fall from your bindings to see if you distract your guard?
I get 14.
12 plus 1, 13.
Your guard notices. You just have the 1. He has not yet raised an alarm, but he has turned around and he has a spear ready.
Can I make a suggestion? Or
Mhm.
cast a suggestion?
Yeah, so what does that do?
It says I can magically influence a creature I can see within range that can hear me. Oh, and understand me. Can he understand me? They've been hanging out around a lot in town.
I'll say that there's magic. He can understand it, whatever.
Yes.
You can do it. Okay, so what are you suggesting this bullywug to do?
He goes for a swim. Just ignores us and goes for a swim.
Don't think that 7 is going to cut it, so he kind of shrugs his shoulders and, he's very well-mannered, so he walks over to you, hands you his little pointy stick of a spear, and jumps on into the water.
Yes. Would you like to have this spear, Blinksy?
It is approximately Blinksy size.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Squeak, 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 and squeak.
Thank you, pal. It does look good with me.
I'll say you also have your weapons. They're not that bright, so they just kind of left them in a pile by your feet for now.
So we have our full equipment.
So yeah, you can pick your.
Do I
equipment
need to
back up.
carry his shovel?
Can Aaron understand me as a squirrel? Since we can speak Druidic?
Yes, since you can speak Druidic, which is like a thing you guys just get to do, I'll say you guys can understand each other even in your squirrel form.
Okay.
Sweet. I'm going to go up the branches and check some stuff out. I'll be back.
I fist bump you.
Little squirrel bump. He convey that to you. You know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Can you ask him if I'm supposed to carry his shovel?
Squeak.
That is a affirmative.
Okay. Okay, so I got my
It's a big shovel,
crossbow,
too, by the way.
and I got this massive shovel.
Like
Yes.
the biggest shovel you can imagine.
I'm just gonna carry it over my shoulder and maybe run into things.
All right, I'm in squirrel form. I'm in the treetops. What do I see? I'm looking around.
A little ways off from where you were, a very large but also very decrepit house. It doesn't make sense as to why anyone would put this here in the middle of the swamp. It's 3 stories tall. There's a tower in one corner. A couple of ghosts are hanging out, swirling around the tower. There's smoke coming from the chimney, and you see bullywugs streaming in through the grand front entry of this place, carrying their materials. And you see bullywugs empty-handed running through the broken windows to either side of the door.
All right. I want to do a perimeter check and see if there's any entrances that are not being used or watched.
There is a side door that has 2 bullywug guards. They are also holding pointy sticks. One has a battered helmet that is far too big, and one is wearing a funny black hat that has kind of round protrusions. It looks like all the snacks you've been eating. It's really weird.
Snacks more or less has been eating.
They were really good, guys.
You dropped your pine cone, sir.
Also, Blinksy and Morless don't see any of this.
Yes. So I just come back and let Blinksy know what's going on.
Oh, hey. So, got some news for you.
And then I pull the remaining snacks out of my pocket and throw them in the swamp.
So we have a house that has tons of bullywugs streaming in and out.
I think we need to get up that tower.
You didn't find like a unguarded spot, right?
The only side entrance had 2 guards, so that was the least guarded spot. Was I able to get onto the roof of the house from the trees as a squirrel?
Yes, you could.
You want to go check out the tower?
How
Oh,
am I
sorry.
gonna-
Squeak, 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 squeak.
Do you want to go check out the tower? He squeaked to me.
All right, so I go
Yes.
back. I head back up, and I'm gonna go jump onto the roof and investigate around the tower.
What are we doing?
I don't
We
know.
just-
What
we're
you guys doing?
We're just chilling.
Just chilling.
Have you found like a stealthy spot?
No, we're like in the safe spot.
Moving out away from where you were.
Maybe we should.
Yeah, we do some stuff.
Is there a spot where we can like be hidden in the trees, but like kind of see the house?
Yes, you can get around to the side where there's just the 2 guarding the door, but you would not be able to get close to the front.
Okay, that's cool. We can sit there and watch the guards.
All right, and I'm scouting the tower as a squirrel.
The ghosts have seen you as a squirrel, but also you're a squirrel, so
Yeah.
they're not that concerned.
I just need to do squirrel things. I sit on the roof and I crack open a nut for a while they're looking at me.
Are you staring intently at them? They're like, oh wow, this squirrel is intense.
No, I'm being the most squirrel-like anyone has ever been as a squirrel.
All right, so you and me, we need to get past those 2 guards.
Okay, what should we
So
do?
I'm thinking of causing a distraction using my druid craft, because I can create an instantaneous, harmless sensory effect, such as falling leaves, a puff of wind, the sound of a small animal, or the faint odor of skunk. And I'm going to, the effect must fit in a 5-foot cube. So can I treat this like pitching my voice, but like with the sound of an animal
Yes.
to distract? Okay, so what would be, don't want to go with the squirrel because we're used to that. Let's have a walrus roar. I'm sure they're not used to those. They don't really frequent swamps.
What does that sound like, Aaron?
Yes, please.
That's part of the game. Also, that's the same sound they coincidentally make when they die. So yeah, let's have a walrus roar about, just off of the distance in the shot, away from us.
Okay, so the 2 guards hear that, so you can still understand what they're saying. I'll give you that.
Okay.
The 2 guards get very excited, kind of hear them go back and forth. What was that? What was that? What was that? I think that was a dying walrus. Let's go get some dinner.
I look over at Christina's character and thumbs up.
So they are going to scamper off, and the door is unguarded.
Okay, let's go.
Let's sneak our way into the tower.
You're not in the tower.
Oh, okay.
You're in the bottom of the house.
The house.
I'm going to go ahead and attempt. I see them going into the house, so I'm going to go ahead and check out the tower.
So you guys are In the house, you are in the tower. The tower is, like, the worst off bit of this. Like, the floors are rotten. There's not really anything going on up there except for the ghosts. Looking around, it looks like no one's done any sort of repairs or anything to this part. Meanwhile, on the first floor, you guys, it's solid, but it's real gross. You're in kind of like a study. You see on the wall a bunch of hex bags are pinned to it with different labels. And you can hear the room next to you is the kitchen, and you can hear something going on in there.
Is there, like, any way, like a hole in the wall or anything that we can see into the kitchen?
Approximately squirrel size, possibly?
Well, you're not there.
Yes.
Okay.
You're up in the tower with the ghosts.
Fine.
We have to figure this out. Can we peek around the corner or something without committing?
You can roll stealth.
Okay.
Both of us?
Yes.
I got 16.
That is a 14 plus 1. That's 15.
Look at us.
Okay. You guys have not been spotted.
Yes.
Peek into the kitchen, and you see, in D&D terms, this is called a green hag, but it's basically a witch. Think of your classic witch. Long hair, green skin, pointy nose, all that kind of stuff. And she is alternating between working on something on the counter, taking very careful notes, and stirring a cauldron. Very classic witch stuff.
What is she saying? She's saying...
She's kind of muttering to herself, but it's very indistinct.
I think I'm done in the tower and I want to come down.
You can kind of scamper around and join your friends. You see the witch in the kitchen, or the hag in the kitchen. Do you want to go through the kitchen, or do you want to kind of go around?
I want to go around. I want to come in the way they did. That's what I do. I saw them go into that door, so I'm like,
okay, so you go back outside and you go through the door. Are you still a squirrel?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
definitely still a squirrel. Squeak, 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 and squeak, squeak, squeak. I described the tower. There's ghosts up there, yo. It's spooky, but nothing else.
And then I relay that to her.
Okay. Thanks for checking it out.
Sweet.
So what's the plan here, guys?
So we have
That's up to you.
Ghosts up into the tower, a witch in
And,
front of us.
I
And
wanna-
so many frog people
So many problems.
all around
I
us.
kind of want to steal her notes, but I don't know how. Hey, squirrel.
Squeak, squeak.
Can Tim sneak in?
I want to use my squirrel stealth to get into the room with the hag and up in the climbing on the ceiling without her noticing me.
and then read the notes from there.
You know, I'll say you're small enough that you can just kind of do that. She's very distracted.
Ah, yes,
Um,
squirrel time.
If you're in the ceiling, she won't notice you. If you try to get onto her work table, I will need you to roll stealth.
Am I able to decipher the notes from the ceiling?
No.
Can I see what's in the cauldron?
A lot of unpleasant looking things.
As
It smells very
expected.
bad.
Yeah.
You see the classic witchy things of
Ugh,
like
classic
dead
witch.
lizards
Eye
and
of Newt.
rodents and
All of
exactly.
What's the rest of the room look like? How many entrances we talking?
There are 2 entrances, one from the room that you guys are in, and one that goes to kind of like the main room where you can see the bullywugs are dropping their materials.
Any doors? Or is it just an open doorway?
They're just open doorways.
Uh-oh.
Okay, Danny Ocean.
Whenever I change into a squirrel, my thinking changes. I'm very strategic and smart. Completely out of character. Alright, I'm just going to try and grab the paper while she's distracted. And she goes back to her cauldron.
Since you are timing it out very carefully, you can roll stealth at advantage, so roll twice and take the better number.
Alright, guys, my rolls have been terrible today, so.
You can do it.
Squirrel stealth. That's a 4.
Okay.
Come on, come on. That's an 18.
There you go.
Plus,
Ooh.
2.
Okay, so you managed to grab the notes and make it out of it.
Alright, scamper out of there. Get to the guys, and I hand them over.
All right. So
We need to read these.
yeah. So what do the notes say?
So these are plans for like a mind control potion, basically.
Ooh.
I mean, we just stole something from her while she was in the middle of the work, so.
I feel like she's gonna
Yeah,
start
she's gonna
investigating.
notice.
Yeah, she's got notes. Yeah.
So,
Squeak,
Oh.
squeak, squeak, squeak. Squeak,
can
squeak.
I just stick the notes in my pocket? And we need to strategize, guys. Should we just run away? We could run away.
Well,
You can run
she's-
away.
Well, is that what she's working on right now? The mind control potion?
Maybe it's not done though.
I just want to duck her head in the cauldron to see what happens.
I'm just a squirrel, so
I'll say-
you guys do whatever you want.
This was the page that was open that she was like writing on.
Oh.
You can assume that it's what she was working on.
Blinksy, hit me with your plan. I'm down for whatever.
So we could gain control of her and then have her command her bullywugs. Command them to stop.
Okay.
We'll just go and slam dunk her head in the cauldron. It's simple as that. Sure.
All right.
It won't. There will be no long drawn out battle.
I put my 2 squirrel thumbs up and I look around for confirmation.
I've got weapons prepared when this goes terribly wrong.
All right. I run back into the kitchen and I cause a huge ruckus as a squirrel and distract her super hard. Not like a loud, but I'm like the most distracting squirrel. Yeah, I'm like, hey,
who
look
is
this.
dunking her head in the cauldron?
No.
Oh my god!
All right, so I run into the kitchen and I start to cause a distraction.
And while she's distracted, I cast jump and go for the Michael Jordan alley-oop through the legs. Bring my hand up and grab her head and try to dunk it into the cauldron.
This is the best plan ever.
I'm just standing in the doorway. I still got the shovel. I got some spells that are like ready.
I'm assuming I need to roll something. I'm not sure how you want to suss this out.
We will extend the basketball metaphor. Roll athletics.
I hope you're athletic. as a gnome.
It's a big fat 0 just staring at me right now.
You didn't have to go that into detail, just saying.
2.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, indeed.
So I rolled an 8. So you just barely lose, basically. But the hag knows you're here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, obviously.
So you like smack her head, but it does not go anywhere. And she's just kind of like, ah! And spins around, and she like was looking at the squirrel that's messing with all her stuff, and now she's looking at a gnome that has just smacked her across the back of the head.
We still got one more surprise, lady. Hit her, Morales.
Do you want me to hit her with your shovel? Is that what you're asking?
The motion I was making was to pick her up by the ankles and dunk her in.
Okay, I could do that.
Morales, you have one chance to do something before
But
you need
you do.
I don't have good strength for this, okay?
Oh, okay.
But I have this thing called shocking grasp that maybe would like shock her, and then I could tip her into the.
We're really committed to getting her in that pot.
We are reverse Hansel and Gretel here.
I love it. What's your plan?
Can I do that? I want to use the shocking grasp thing.
Okay, what does it do?
Lightning springs from your hand to deliver a shock to a creature you try to touch. Make a melee spell attack against the target.
So you need to roll a d20 and add your spell attack bonus.
All right. Fingers crossed, guys. Hey, I got 19 plus 5.
Ooh, that is good. So you do this. She has been shocked.
Yes! Do I only get one action, or can I tip her into the pot?
So you do have movement. You will have to make a strength
Okay.
check.
Strength check to tip her into the pot. Blinksy's plan. Oh boy.
Well, we need the rolls. They're not there.
So, I rolled a 6 minus 1.
That will not do it. Now I need everyone to roll initiative.
I got 20 total.
Not 20. Nice.
Not 20.
I got
just 20.
15.
So Tim gets to go first.
All right. Am I able to shapeshift? How quickly can I shapeshift from a squirrel into a person? Like, can I do it mid-jump?
I believe it takes your action. So you can do that, and you can move. You could, like, shout to someone, but you can't really cast another spell or anything.
Okay. Can I, like, jump over her neck and, like, become a person to get her head in that pot that we wanted to do?
We're very committed.
I'll say this, you can do it, but you risk ending up in the pot.
No, you don't. Like, just spread your legs at the last second and land with your feet on each side of the pot.
That's gonna be athletics.
That is actually acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
You can do it.
How committed are we? Or do you want to just try and murder
We
this
only
lady?
have plan A. There is never plan B.
We didn't make any other plans. It's to get her in the pot. Because she's been shocked, you know?
Yeah.
She's like, you're like
Yeah,
around her
no
ankles.
mess present.
You smacked her on the head.
I'll say you have advantage.
All right, okay. I jump as a squirrel and begin to transform into a person, and I'm going to land on top of her to get her in the pot.
Please make an acrobatics check.
All right. Please see, this is the best plan ever. I love you, bro. Got a 7 total.
This is the spider all over again.
I'm like going to be riding this lady, maybe. That's cool. Right? Piggyback style?
Yeah.
So how does this play
you
out?
do have advantage. You
Oh,
roll
yeah. Sweet. Oh.
Just because I like this plan.
Okay. This is an excellent plan.
Hey.
I got 20 total.
With that, her head goes into the pot. She is sticking feet up,
Yes.
kind of screaming. You land with your feet on either side of the cauldron, and it is very hot.
Oh,
so
no.
You may not want to stay there long. I assume you're wearing shoes, but are you?
Yes, I was wearing shoes. My
Okay.
stuff just transformed with me into a squirrel, and I pop back out fully clothed.
Question.
Don't worry, there's nothing.
Okay.
I'm covered.
I'm thinking about the guards seeing a fully clothed squirrel.
No. It's not a clothed squirrel. They turn into my animal body.
Why is that squirrel dressed like a farmer? You still got a little hat on, too.
I don't wear a ridiculous hat
Today.
I forgot it back in this village.
I forgot, because you did turn into a squirrel. No, you're barefoot. You're actually completely naked.
Oh, no.
Because when you turn into a squirrel...
I dropped my shovel
Yeah.
and all of my clothes.
Here's
Yeah.
the series. This hag experienced a squirrel knocking over all of her kitchenware. I know, jumping up and slapping her in the back of the head. Then a fully naked grown man
She got shocked
shoving her
first.
head into the pot.
She got shocked
Oh,
first.
she got shocked first,
yeah.
yeah.
From behind. And
So
then
she was immobile.
there's a woman on her ankles trying to get her to the pot.
Oh, God.
And then a naked man landed on her head.
Okay,
This is going
I'm
great.
really feeling bad for her. Right now.
I would like to hurry up. My feet are burning, guys. Come on.
she does get to go next.
Oh, no.
She did roll a natural 20, so she is going to kind of stumble out of the pot. And in doing so, I'm gonna say it, she hits you in a very unpleasant spot.
Oh, no.
Tim. And you are knocked off of the cauldron, so your feet are no longer burning.
Oh, that's good.
But I do need you to take 1d4 of damage.
Okay. That's fair. 2. Okay.
So you take 2 points of damage as boiling head of a hag hits you in the groin.
Okay. Completely exposed. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been
And
through worse.
you kind of go flying backwards,
Ooh,
and
ooh, ooh.
you're on the floor prone.
Are you envisioning that?
How much damage would she take for having her head shoved in? Probably a d10.
She probably drank some of that too, so whatever she was making,
Yeah.
you know.
That was the whole.
Could go very
Okay.
badly.
You brought my shovel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
I'm ready to toss it to you.
Sweet. Naked man with a shovel. Coming through, baby.
Okay, so she is sputtering and cursing, and more or less you are next.
I toss Tim his shovel. I'm tired of carrying it.
Okay.
Can I?
Kind of on my bag.
You can catch a shovel.
Okay.
Do you want that to be your movement? We can count that as your movement
Okay.
if you want to do something else.
I don't know what am I supposed to do? What should I do, guys?
I mean, at this point, I think we may have to resort
To violence?
to violence.
I have a firebolt.
I mean, we don't really we don't have time to talk about this, but
You are in the moment.
Okay.
So
Can I toss the shovel and use a firebolt?
I'll say yes.
Yes. All right. You got your shovel?
got my shovel.
You caught the shovel? Yes, Blinksy.
Shovel of destiny.
All right. Firebolt at the witch.
Make a ranged spell attack. So that again is going to be your d20 plus your spell attack modifier.
Okay. I got 8 plus 5. So 13.
That is not going to hit. You send a firebolt and it goes through to the main room
Oh, no.
and hits some bullywugs. Do go ahead and roll some damage for that.
Okay. 9.
You have confounded a large number of bullywugs. They are sitting dazed in the room, so you do not have to deal with them right now.
Hey.
Blinksy, it is your turn.
We still got this
I like
mad,
the smirk.
dripping, shocked witch.
Yeah.
I'm going to cast Charm Person.
Kind of bad.
You attempt to charm a humanoid you can see within range. You must make a wisdom saving throw and does so with advantage if you or your companions are fighting it. If it fails, the saving throw is charmed by you until the spell ends, or until you and your companions do anything harmful to it.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That was a wisdom saving throw.
Yes.
Does a 13 beat your saving?
My spell save?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so she is not charmed. But that brings us back to the top of the order with Tim.
You
All
got
right.
your shovel.
I got my shovel.
Mhm.
Is she okay? I gotta stand up. Is she close enough for me to bonk her on the head with my shovel?
You're in like a decent sized room, but it's still just like
All right.
a room.
I pop up and I bonk her on the head with the shovel non-lethally, which I don't know how that works, but you know.
You didn't hit her with the edge.
Yeah.
Flat
I'm
part
just
of the
trying to
shovel.
cause a concussion, you know.
Yeah, blunt force trauma.
All right, so let's see
Yeah,
what
I
I
think
got.
everything's from concussions. They'll be fine.
I got an 11.
That will not hit.
Okay.
You go to smack her, and your shovel kind of like catches on the edge of the cauldron. So there's a loud thump. Not much else happens.
Okay.
It is now the hag's turn.
Oh no.
No.
She is going to stumble over to the counter and pick up what you guys recognize from the other room as one of those hex bags. She lets out a loud cry, and one of the ghosts appears. They do not have time to do anything, but now you have a ghost and a hag. Morlis, it's your turn.
I'm trying to decide if I want to use this spell or not. Or can I? Okay. I want to use a cloud of daggers. It says you fill the air with spinning daggers in a cube 5 feet on each side, centered on a point you choose within range. Creature takes 4d4 slashing damage when it enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there.
Okay. So you can center that on the witch, and
Yes.
I don't think any of your teammates will be affected by it.
Okay. That was what I was hoping. You guys are out of range.
Yeah, you just roll damage.
Okay. That's what I thought. A 3.
How many do you do?
Oh, 4d4. So I roll it 4 times?
Mhm.
All right, there's 3. There's 1. 1. There's 1. So 6.
She is not pleased by this.
I suspected as much.
And it is Blinksy's turn.
Okay, I've got one level 2 spell left. So, Tim, do you have advantage on strength already? Or
No.
okay. So I'm going to cast Enhance Ability. I'm going to run over to my big naked strong man. And I'm going to cast the Bull Strength. That's the target has advantage on strength checks, and his or her carrying capacity doubles.
Is that going to make me at advantage on attacks?
You'll have advantage on anything strength-based.
Does that include swinging a shovel?
Yeah. Okay, it is the ghost's turn.
Oh no.
I forgot about the
I
ghost.
did too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ghost is not great.
Spooky ghost boy.
Morlis, you just did some damage to the ghost master, so it is going to come after you. I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
I got 13 plus 5.
So that's 18.
Yes.
That will do it. The ghost does not possess you.
Hey! That's good.
Tim, we are back to you.
Bonking her on the head again. But
Okay,
this
roll your
time-
attack.
With advantage. Because my bro. Alright, so that's a 15 or a 4. So let's go with a 15.
Is it plus anything?
Oh, that's with the plus.
Okay. It's not good enough.
This is a tricky witch. She's all like, no.
She's pretty tough.
She's having a real rough night.
Yeah, she is. So with that, she is going to not take kindly to your shovel attack and come after you with... Does a 19 beat your armor class?
Well, I'm naked, so probably.
Yeah.
Is she disadvantaged because of my nudity?
No, she does not. Take 11 points of damage as she claws you with her long and sharp
Oh
fingernails.
no!
It's alright, guys. I'm okay.
How many points do you have left?
I'm a little hurting.
Single digit.
It's not looking great.
Morlis.
Okay.
Oh, I will point out, she scratches you with one hand. In her other hand, she is clutching that hex bag very closely to her chest.
Thank you for that information. I'm not using spells. This is not working well. So let's try my crossbow.
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot the hand that has the hex bag.
Okay.
I got an 8. Plus 4.
That will not do it. Your shot goes a bit wide.
Every time. Okay.
Switch is having a great time in this battle.
There's 3 of us, guys.
I know.
Blinksy.
I did my part, all right. I dunked her head.
You
So-
did.
Mission complete. I say it's a win.
I have the stick. I'm going to try to knock the hex bag out her hand.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an attack plus your proficiency.
3.
Yeah, that will not do it.
Yeah. 3.
So the ghost is going again, and the ghost saw what you were trying to do, so please make me a charisma saving throw, Blinksy.
-1 on that, so it's going to end up very well for me, guys.
You got this. I don't want to fight my bro.
9.
You are now possessed by a ghost.
You gonna use sweet ghost powers?
Why are you asking?
Yeah,
He's
but
gonna
wait,
come
yeah,
after.
I'm no
It
longer
won't
here.
be good for you guys.
Oh,
This is,
okay. How does a possessed person feel about blunt force trauma to the head? Does that help?
I
So-
don't think I have an opinion on that right
Okay.
now.
I'll say this. The ghost controls your body, but you are aware of what's going on.
Oh, great. So I'll be aware when he smacks me senseless with the shovel.
The only way for this to end is if you hit 0 hit points or if someone casts something like Dispel Evil. So that's what you're up to right now.
All right.
And we are back to Tim.
And I'm aware that he's possessed.
Mhm.
You can't fool me.
You witnessed this happen.
All right.
Get that smile off your face.
No, man, I'm gonna keep trying to whack that lady in the head. It's gonna work eventually. Just see. All right, just you see. That's a 7 or a 13 plus 2.
That will not hit.
She's invincible, guys.
The hag is now invisible. That's what she does right now.
She didn't have to do that. She
Just
was
drop
winning.
that.
She was winning so much.
Morlis, it's your turn.
Okay, I have a couple of questions just
Mhm.
about the situation. I know that she's invisible now, but is she pretty close to possessed Blinksy? Like, how close together are they?
So the last thing she did was claw at Tim.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
But she is invisible now. Like, you cannot see her.
But she's probably nearby.
Yeah. The
Start
only way
swinging
you'll
wildly.
be able to see her is if you make a 20 intelligence check.
Nope, that's not gonna happen. We have terrible luck. See, I have this thing that's called an earth tremor where I could, like, make the whole ground shake, but
Mhm.
you would probably get caught up in that.
Aren't we in like a super rickety house too?
I didn't say it was a good plan. I'm saying, how am I supposed to shoot her? I guess I could just start swinging randomly. There's nothing I can do, guys.
I mean, Blinksy's over there looking all ghosty.
I am going to
Ooh, I have a thought.
break the DM screen here
Okay.
and say that you guys did push her head first into a boiling mind control potion.
Yes.
And you have not tried to talk to her at all since then.
Oh, hey.
I was waiting for like a cue on that.
Oh,
Okay.
we could talk to
say anything for the love of goodness.
Just know you have options.
Okay. All right. Since she went invisible
Mhm.
and I now have no clue what to do, we're going to try what we should have tried before. Hello.
After you've shot a crossbow and thrown a firebolt at her, that's your line.
Yes.
Hi, how you doing?
Okay. I'm actually just really curious about her origins.
Because as Brooksy just continues like staring out into the void.
Okay.
Should I
Hi,
do-
you
should-
from around here?
He takes a bite of his pine cone.
Yeah.
So you're going with the friendly greeting in the middle of the fight.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll go with that.
I love it.
It's going so well. I mean,
This kind of confuses her. She's had a very confusing day, and so she's no longer invisible.
hey!
She is standing in the doorway to the room you just came from that has all of the other hex bags.
Oh, that's bad.
But it's not her turn, so she doesn't make it any further.
Okay.
And Blinksy, it is your turn now. Is there anything you want to do that does not use your body?
Think real hard.
I mean, that's literally all I can do. So, can I cast a spell with my mind? Well, actually, no, never mind, because I don't have any more spell slots. So, is there anything I can do?
I'll go ahead and just say you can shout to your friends if you want to. You can say something.
Oh, okay.
Or you can
Fix
shout to
me.
It is the ghost's turn. So, Blinksy, you are going to take your very sharp stick and attempt to stab your good friend Tim.
No!
Does a 10 beat your armor class?
I don't know what my armor class is currently. It was a 12, but I'm in the nude.
We'll just stick with it for simplicity. He misses.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
I'm an evasive nudie boy.
Yeah, you kind of dodge out of the way. And
All right.
then it is back to your turn.
Coming off that sweet dodge and seeing Moralis's strategy, I turn to the witch and I say, "Hey, how you doing? You from around here?"
So it's the hag's turn, and she is going to act under your order because she did not make her saving throw for the mind control. So you said, "Fix me." She reaches out her hand and summons the ghost out of you. And she is just kind of looking a little confused as to why she just did this. More or less, it is your turn.
I want information, but I also want this to end. Can I just tell her to do something?
Yeah.
Please give me your hex bags. All of them.
She will hold out her hand and drop the hex bag that she's holding in your hand.
I'm really hoping that was valuable.
Blinksy, you have control of yourself again.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Okay, so she's under our control, and she's still got the ghost.
Mm-hmm.
Is the ghost only under her command, or is it kind of
the ghost is currently not doing much of anything.
Okay.
But you do know Morlis is holding the hex bag that was controlling the ghost.
Okay. All right. I ask her, what are you trying to achieve with the bullywugs?
She tells you that the swamp is under her domain, and she wants these strangers out of her land.
Well, I guess we got our answer, and just take off.
But do you want to take off?
No, I don't.
Okay.
We got a conundrum, guys.
So, is it still my turn, or can I ask something else? Or
Yeah, you can ask something else.
okay.
None of you are fighting right now, so this is up to you.
We're just standing awkwardly in this room.
Yeah, if someone throws a punch, things are gonna change.
What would so I'm gonna ask her? What would it take for you to leave the village alone?
I would never leave the village alone. They should be subservient to me. They should offer me sacrifices, and they should bow down to my wondrous power.
This is bad.
I mean, I see your point. But I know we can't go with that option.
Mm-mm.
So, what do you guys think? Can you pull out some pants too?
I mean, are there any pants anywhere?
There's towels. It's a kitchen. There's probably an apron or something. I don't know.
You do find a ratty old apron.
Okay, in the lull of battle, I put on a raggedy apron to cover myself because apparently Blinksy is high on modesty. It's very scratchy and I'm angry.
Don't mean to body shame, but now is not the time.
So the ghost is not doing anything.
Mm-hmm. And I have the bag to control the ghost if we want.
Okay, so we got a lot of other bags in the room. Wait, I'm going to peer into the room with all the other bags. What do I see?
They're all hanging on individual hooks, and they all are labeled.
Nice.
If you read the labels, they say they have rank names on them. So General 1, 2, 3, that kind of thing.
How long does the mind control last?
Yeah,
you don't know?
Because I would say we should just tell her to leave.
Yeah, it's not going to last forever. She'll come back.
So we have to.
Yeah. Can I ask this lady who is under our control to go ahead and end herself politely? No. Okay. Just got real dark there, but I just had to ask the question.
Love Tim just gets a dark look on his face, and he said, "End yourself."
Check yourself before you wreck yourself? I don't know. All right, curious. I was just curious, guys.
I thought I knew you.
Yeah, you cannot order her to hurt herself.
Okay, good to know.
So one of us has to get our hands dirty.
Or we can check out those bags and see what they do. I grab the highest number bag and I hold it in my hand and see what it does.
It's not gonna do anything on its own. Make an intelligence check.
Uh-oh, I'm very dumb. I got a 5.
It's just like a weird bag. It's kind of squishy.
Ew.
It's a little wet.
Oh,
Don't
what
like
does it smell
that.
like? Should I taste it?
Smells
No.
like swamp.
Swamp. I got a swamp bag.
Okay. Thanks for sharing.
I mean, we gotta do stuff, guys. I feel like
I know.
come on.
I know.
Okay. I'll say this. The ghost is looking at you, and the ghost is going to start drifting towards you with her hand out.
I don't like that.
How long can a ghost possess someone?
That was going to be my question.
Until that person drops to 0 hit points, or someone casts an effect like Dispel Evil.
Okay, I'm going to grab the hex bag that controls the ghost and command the ghost to possess the witch.
Okay. The witch is possessed.
Right, we got a possessed witch now. Wait, can we command her, or does she just do her own thing?
I mean, you have the bag.
But since she's possessed by the ghost, it's either like until like her health points drop or like someone casts a spell.
Yes.
So I could tell her just to walk in a certain direction and avoid all people who cast spells for the rest of her life.
I can't decide if that's darker than what I was thinking, or...
What were you thinking?
Oh, I was thinking that we can mind control her, say stand there against the wall, and then I shoot her with my crossbow.
My gosh.
We gotta win. We have money riding on this back in town, guys.
This is for money. This is murder money.
I have to make a name for myself, okay?
By killing a witch under our control?
This is how I become an anti-hero.
The ghost in the witch is going to look at you and say, I will do this if you give me the hex back.
Oh, that sounds like a bad idea.
Roll a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, that was a 5 plus 4. That's 9.
Yeah, you don't believe her.
I believe her.
Can we just, like, have a pet witch? That sounds like a thing, right?
Do you want a pet witch?
Yeah. I mean, not only do we get a pet witch, but we get a pet bullywug population as well. We could be kings of the swamp. Who needs a farm when you have an entire swamp?
Are you joining Blinksy's cult?
I didn't know this was a villain origin story for Tim.
I control the witch and I control the bullywugs.
I will say, right now, you control the witch because the mind control potion, but also because there's a ghost inside whose hex bag you're holding.
Yeah, so we
have to take turns keeping that hex bag away from that ghost for the rest of eternity.
Yeah, well, the ghost is like a safety net whenever the mind control potion goes off. So.
But because can the ghost just be like, nah, I'm done with this, and let her loose?
Not as long as we have the hex bag, right?
The ghost can still act on its own, but you did order it into the witch's body, so it's going to stay there for now.
Okay.
There's a lot of what ifs going on.
All right. I got an idea. We need to have the whole witch hold a press conference for the bullywug population and tell them to leave the villagers alone and to scoot on out of here. All right. That solves that problem. We get our money. Now we got a pet witch. We got to do something about. I've done enough thinking. What's next?
Let's start with that.
The ghost and the witch let out like a loud wail, and you hear the ghost kind of go, I just want freedom.
This is really sad, guys.
So you're going to start like asking the ghost like what's his name, and we're going to have to do all that stuff.
Yes.
I asked the ghost, hey, so do you want to we can give you freedom inside of her, or do you want to just be free of all moral boundaries?
She howls again and says, this witch has kept me here against my will. I will destroy her.
Okay.
Hey, guys.
Ethically, we're off the hook if the ghost does it. Eh?
So, say we just walk away.
We need the press conference first.
Oh, we need the press. Yeah.
We need the
bullywug
press conference.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. So, do we make a deal with the ghost so that
Yeah, I think we should.
The ghost holds the press conference, gets rid of the witch, and then we set it free.
Good plan.
Okay. She's willing to try this. So what do you want her to tell the bullywugs?
Tim?
Swamp went bad. Time to go.
Swamp bad, no more soup, get out of here.
Short, succinct, I love it.
Okay, she kind of shakes her head and says exactly that. And the bullywugs let out a loud cheer and run off.
Nailed it.
She's going to turn back to you, because you guys are still holding the bag, and she's like, I need you to burn it.
But the witch is still around. We just got an angry witch if we burn it.
The ghost is still possessing the witch.
Yeah.
Right.
And if we burn it, then she'll destroy the witch, right?
Yes.
That's the deal?
Well, but because she destroyed the witch while she's in the body, and then she just kind of gets ejected out when there's no more life in the body. And then we burn the bag. I'm not too keen on letting the ghost off the hook yet.
She wants some kind of insurance of her freedom.
Okay.
Because you haven't given her anything yet.
All right.
We're real good.
I walk over to Tim's shovel. I grab it and drag it over. Say, if this plan doesn't, if we turn back on our deal, you can have the shovel.
No!
I know you care about, but it's our best.
That was my father's shovel, and the father's before him.
It's the best gamble we have.
It's the line of McGraw's shovel.
This way she knows that we're serious.
Okay. Upon seeing that heartfelt reaction, she will choose to believe you.
There's another ghost upstairs, by the way.
That one?
Outside out mind.
I mean, just saying, if we free this one, there's another ghost. So we can,
So I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw, and then I will tell you what happens.
Okay.
Yeah. 14.
17.
The ghost from within the witch is going to cast. So a wave of thunderous force sweeps out. You got a 17, you said?
Yeah.
You are taking 5 damage. And Morless and Tim, you guys are taking 10 damage.
Down to 1. Guys, I'm not feeling so good.
At this point, the witch explodes.
Oh.
I'm way too excited about that.
Yay, we did it.
And your constitution was not very high, so you're not feeling great.
Uh-huh.
You are covered in witch guts.
This is my nightmare, guys.
But with that, you can head back to town.
All right. Do we smash the hex bag now? Or
Is the ghost still around? Or?
The ghost is still there.
Okay.
I'm assuming that there's a fire under the cauldron. Can we just, toss it in
I
there?
mean,
We go over to toss it, and I'm like,
Yeah, the ghost is, staring at you.
I'm like, we have fun. And I throw the bag in fire.
The ghost flies off.
what did we just unleash upon the world?
Not our problem.
Not our problem anymore. That's exactly what we unleashed.
All right. I want to grab all the hex bags off the hooks before we leave. All of them.
What are you doing with them?
Putting them in a bag. In the sticky sack.
I go over. I'm like, I need you to keep hand free so you can keep your thing around. So I'll take some of the bags. Yeah. Okay.
I'm pretty miserable right now.
Mm-hmm.
I am dripping in witch guts. It's been a wonderful
Mission
day.
accomplished.
I want to go home.
Can we just go home, guys?
So, do you guys head back to town then?
Yes.
I mean, do you clean yourself up beforehand, or
You're
just
in a
gonna walk?
swamp.
We're in a swamp. Where am I going to clean? I thought about jumping in the water, but that's just going to make it worse.
Isn't there she's got clean water somewhere? She had a cold.
Probably not.
All right, you're just disgusting. All right, moving on. We have to deal with her nastiness the entire way back.
I don't want. Just enjoying the ambience. I've got a smelly bog on one side and a intestine drenched friend on the other side. I'm living my best days.
So, let's say it's early morning at this
Mhm.
point. As you wander back into town, people are getting their day started,
Mm-hmm.
and in come 3 weirdos covered in witch guts.
Uh-oh.
Uh-huh.
Well,
You see-
one's naked with an apron. And what?
Yeah, I couldn't
Paint
find
the
my
full
pants.
picture.
Yeah, the full picture. Yeah.
I forgot where they took my pants off, or where they fell in the swamp, so I definitely didn't grab them.
You see a couple people kind of react with alarm, and then Oswald, the mayor, runs up to you. He's like, you did it, and he goes to give you a hug and then kind of stops
Mm-hmm.
and twitches his little nose a bit. He's like, we can get you a nice bath.
Thank you.
And he sees you back to the room that was set up and gets you tidied up and lets you kind of organize yourselves and supplies you with 120 gold. He's like, oh, thank you. And of course, as mentioned before, you have these all-access passes. We may not look like much now, but please do come back to our town. You'll find it.
Are they building a theme park?
Yes, they are.
But they're going.
Oh, that's what everything was weird shaped for. Got it.
But they're going to destroy all that land and development. Oh, we help the bad guys.
Well, she wanted them to be subservient to her. So,
As druids, we're like nature first.
And we'll come back.
And like roller coaster second.
So you guys have your all access passes to Oswald Land, the happiest place on earth.
I'm digging this guy.
And 120 gold and his undying gratitude.
Sweet.
Nice. Now what, guys?
Now what? I got a bunch of hex bags. You want to go in the woods and try them out?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Sounds like the best way to celebrate a successful mission.
Yeah.
Nothing can go
That
wrong.
adventure to another time.
All right, so thanks for joining us for our Dungeons and Dragons adventures. This is the end for now. We are definitely open to revisiting this down the road.
And if you have any thoughts for future episodes or want to make a comment, you can always just email us at podcast.evpl.org.
And if you want more Dungeons and Dragons, you can come to McCullough Tuesday afternoons, June and July, to play with me.
Good job, guys. This was great.
Thank you guys for playing.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you for designing this thing that we didn't stick to. So
It always works like that.
Bye.